Hi, Leah here at my sewing room in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I am here today with a brand new brother entrepreneur PR1055X multi-needle embroidery machine in our filming studio. And we're going to do a tiny little bit of setup with it today and get it talking to the My Stitch Monitor app over the Wi-Fi in the building so that if we start embroidering a project, we can walk away and our phone can notify us when it's time for a thread change, or we've run out of bobbin thread, or the project's all done and we are ready to come back and start a new project. So come with me as we go over to the machine, get the machine set up, and then we'll get the app downloaded and get the two talking together so we can use that great functionality available on the PR1055X and other Brother Wi-Fi enabled machines. So we're going to treat this as if you're just turning on your PR1055X for the very first time and walk you through a couple of the screens you're going to see upon first waking up your machine. When the machine first boots up, there's a lovely screensaver giving you all sorts of inspiration of what you'll be able to accomplish with your PR1055X. To get past this screen, simply touch the screen. And the first message you're going to get is the option to set your language on your machine. Personally, I am most comfortable embroidering in English, but you may feel differently, and you're welcome to scroll through the language options on board your machine. The next option will be a notification to ensure that your machine is clear of any obstruction and you're ready to allow the carriage itself to move. This is the part that holds your hoops, and it needs to calibrate its position when it first wakes up. After this, we're going to be able to set the clock so you know what time it is and if you should be heading to bed instead of staying up late to embroider. And we can turn the clock display on so it shows up right on screen. Our next step in our setup will be to find our user settings screen so we can enable the Wi-Fi on board the machine. There's two ways to access the Wi-Fi setup, either the little Wi-Fi symbol right on screen or the user setting button, which looks like a sheet of paper. I'm going to use the Wi-Fi setup screen. For our My Stitch Monitor app to function, we do need to have your wireless LAN enabled. So we're going to turn that on and then go into the wireless LAN setup wizard. In your home or your workspace, you will be connecting to the Wi-Fi that you know best will work for you. Once you have the message that your machine is connected to the wireless LAN, we can return to the Wi-Fi settings screen. And you have one more option that you can adjust right here that might be super helpful if you've got multiple machines in your home or workspace. Machines come with a default name attached. If you are having trouble figuring out which machine is which when you're looking to send designs wirelessly from your software like PE Design 11, or you would like to be able to monitor multiple machines with your My Stitch Monitor app, you might want to change the name on the machine to something that makes more sense to you. I'm going to call our machine MSR PR1055X. And that will let me know that this is the machine we have upstairs in our studio. Now that our machine has a fabulous name, we're nearly ready to get our apps loaded on our phone that are compatible. There's a great sneaky way to get to the App Store for your device right on board the machine. So if you select App Guide on the screen, it will take you to a QR code to find both Artspira, which is a design program that has designs built in and the ability to do some very basic digitizing, as well as My Stitch Monitor. Depending whether you are running an Android or iOS device, you can find the appropriate app for your device using these QR codes. Personally, I found it much quicker and easier to just go through the Play Store on my phone. On board my device, I have entered the Google Play Store. This is an Android device. My Stitch Brother My Stitch Monitor, and install the Brother My Stitch Monitor app. We'll wait momentarily while it loads. And when we open up the app, there's a brief little check of what you're able to do with the app, and then we'll hit start. So the connection setup guideline is here. So we've double checked that our machine has our wireless LAN set up properly. We've changed the machine name. Wi-Fi is showing on board the screen on the machine. And we are ready to carry on. What I can see right away is that lovely MSR PR1055X. When I hit the check mark, it will say connected. So on here, when we're actually using the machine and running a design, we can monitor the progress of our design so we know how much longer we have to, say, wash the dishes or prep our next hooping of fabric that we'll need to embroider on, or, anything else you might be doing while you embroider. We can also see the thread list for the design you're working on. So if there's any changes you need to make along the way, you'll be able to easily access that information on the go and be totally ready when you get back to your machine. If you have difficulty connecting the machine to the network, it could be your machine needs an update. Once it has found the wireless network, your machine is capable of doing a wireless software update. It's as simple as clicking on screen, download the update program, and waiting patiently for the download to install and update your machine to the latest firmware. Once the download has completed, your machine will give you instructions on how to install the update the rest of the way. We'll start by turning off the machine, and when we turn it back on, we'll hold down the needle threading button to send it into update mode. Holding the needle threader button in as we turn the power switch back on. Will get us to the update screen, and we downloaded the update over the Wi-Fi, so we'll be looking in the Wi-Fi or Pocket for the download file. Once the update is complete, you are able to power off the machine and then turn it back on and continue on with what you intended to do. Occasionally, you'll have to read some new terms and conditions when you install an update. Now that you have your My Stitch monitor set up and activated, you'll want to come back for another video where we use the My Stitch monitor app to monitor our design and make our embroidery time as efficient as possible. We look forward to sharing more Brother PR1055 entrepreneur videos with you. So if you liked what you saw today and want to know more, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and if you have a friend that gets distracted while they embroider, share this video with them. Thanks for joining us here at my sewing room.